See that you're leaving on a midnight train. That's alright, little baby, cause I feel just the same. I don't wanna hold you, so get out of here. Don't make me say it again, I just wish you'd disappear. Just roll to the next one. Roll, get the hell out of here. Roll to the next one. Cause I'm never gonna want you here. Just roll to the next one. Roll, get the hell out of here. Roll to the next one. Cause I'm never gonna want you here. They say that I need it. Listen to you. You sound like a woman who never put me through what you put me through. You say I won't make it, but I'll prove you wrong. Life ain't never been kind to me, but I'll keep on rolling strong. So just roll to the next one. Roll, get the hell out of here. Roll to the next one. Cause I'm never gonna want you here. Just roll to the next one. Roll, get the hell out of here. Roll to the next one. Cause I'm never gonna want you here. Never gonna want you here. Roll on, roll on. Never gonna want you here. Roll on, roll on. So let's make it quick, girl, and break out of here. You'll find another sucker soon, so you should never fear. You get no tears from me, on that you can rely. I know who you are and I tell the world you ain't never been worth no crap. Cause you're a low down hoe, evil personified. This man ain't got no reason to lie. You jump ship at the sight of another man, and then you hit time with my heart in your hand. You ain't the first and I know you won't be the last to jump from the future right into my past. But that's life, baby, and now you're gone. I can't look backwards if I'm gonna roll on. So just roll to the next one. Roll, get the hell out of here. Roll to the next one. Cause I'm never gonna want you here. Just roll to the next one. Roll, get the hell out of here. Roll to the next one. Cause I'm never gonna want you here.
What's up? What's up, guys? Let me turn this down a little bit. What's up, Daniel Barry? All right, how's everybody doing today, guys? Gay bearded homosexual, what's up, man? Oh, shit. Coming a little early tonight because I want to watch the town hall meeting tonight about the in Minneapolis. I think that's going to be some good television. So that's why I'm here early. I might come on after, you know, if anything significant happens and we can talk about it. Okay, what's going on in the news? One thing I did notice today, you know, I could come in here and we could talk for hours on things that have gone on in the news because, you know, somebody likes to come and rattle cages everywhere and cause a commotion. But what I noticed is a lot of the main media channels are just ignoring Trump now. They're just ignoring Trump. So that tells you something, because he's over there trying to find fucking votes again like a goddamn idiot. It makes no sense. You know, he tries to do something nice by saying, let's turn down the volume a little bit, and then he goes and sends fuckers to Georgia to try to find God knows what. Just a fucking douchebag. How y'all doing today? Everybody good? Give me 1 second. Alright, I need some of my people in here. That's a good thing. Don't ignore Trump, or ignore Trump. Don't be a chump. Vote for Trump. I want drugs, but I'm shot. But I'm short. Marty, you want drugs, but you're short. I don't know what to tell you, buddy. You got any whiteout in your house? You can sniff that. The drugs stunted Marty's growth. The drugs stunted Marty's growth. Trying to think. I'm gonna wait on a couple more, and then we'll get started with the tonight's show. Okay, we're here tonight. Like paint thinner. That's yeah. You can do paint thinner. It's terrible. Oh, dope fiends. I remember when I was in high school, you know, somebody would bring in some whiteout or something, and they'd be like, "Hey man, come here," you know. And I can't, you know, I gotta tell you, I think I sniffed it a couple times. All it did was give me a headache, so I didn't do it anymore. God bless Trump. So, do I have any of my CTGers in here right now? Because we have to talk. I have to give you the good news. Get off drugs for your mind and your ass will follow. I don't know what the hell that means. People want to do fucking drugs, let them do drugs, buddy. What business is it of yours as long as they're not affecting you? Incredible Hulk doll, laugh my ass off, hilarious. Where's the Incredible Hulk? No, that's the Iron Sheik. That's the Iron Sheik up there. What about the vampires? What about the vampires? Any CTGers in here? Guys, welcome if you're not. You know, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that sub. What we do here is we just try to get together and, you know, we'll talk about politics. We're like-minded people. And what that means, normally, you would think, okay, you're either all blue, you're all red, you're all Christian, you're all conservative, you're all liberals, we're all that shit. We invite everybody into our group as long as you are a critical thinker. As long as you can, you know, look beyond the headlines and let's really talk about, because we've got a win, guys. We've got a huge win. And I'm waiting for some more people to get in here so we can celebrate that win. And guys, make no mistake about it. Okay? The minute it starts warming up even the slightest and these streets clear, I'm back out on the streets. Doing my A1 first. I'll tell you something interesting. This is maybe interesting to some of you. I shut that off on accident. Don't matter. Okay. So, I'm here in the middle of an ice storm. All right? Stand by, guys. I got to take this call. I'm going to block the screen for a minute. All right. Sorry about that. Well, I guess I shouldn't give a damn about people. Well, it's their life, right? Why should I give a fuck? I don't know them. I mean, I wasn't coming at you, boss. I'm just saying, we're free thinkers in here, man. And if you want to tell somebody don't do drugs, have reasons. Give them reasons. Give a story. And I'm sure they have a story on why they do drugs. I mean, look, man, I'm 54 years old. I didn't start doing, I don't do illegal drugs. I do legal drugs. Gummies, if you want to call those drugs. I mean, they're THC, so I consider them drugs. But I didn't start doing that shit till I was 50-something. I never did drugs my entire life. But now, I think I can handle the fucking drugs. Because I know I'm not going to do any heavy drugs, bro. Weed, THC, that's it for me. Have a few beers every now and then, but never anything that's a problem. That I'm gonna, I'm not gonna go out and drive and do the gummies and do the drugs or anything like that. Drugs or the gummies or the drugs. The gummies or the booze or anything like that. So, I mean, as long as I'm not affecting anybody else, I mean, I don't know. I can't see a reason why you shouldn't just allow people, if they want to do drugs. I mean, when they start affecting other people, then you lock them up. If they do shit that to hurt other people, then, it don't matter if they're on drugs. They got to go to jail. As long as I don't have to pay for their drug fallout or inability to work. Well, Scrappy, what you're doing there, man, you're falling into that trap that the media puts us all in. You're looking at the few who take advantage of the system, and you're not looking at the ones who use the system correctly, and it helps save their lives. And we do that. We do that because the media every day, all it is, crazy illegal aliens, crazy. They're all lunatics. They're all killers. They're all murderers. No, they're fucking not. No, they're not. And however you feel about it, yes, we should be getting them out of our country if they're not here legally, but we have due process in this country. We always have. If you were in this country, even legally, and something happens, you have due process. And the same thing illegally. They have due process to at least prove that they're here illegally. It's just, he went about it the wrong way, all right? And he knows he went about it the wrong way, which is why he's backed off of it a little bit, because he knows the temperature of the country. He's read the country's temperature, and he said, well, let me back off this a little bit. But of course he can't. He's got to get fucking tweeting all this bullshit after the fact that he said we're going to, fire Bavino or move him, and then we're going to turn it down. And then he's tweeting. So, I mean, I don't know. I get what you're saying, man, but I'll tell you this. I guarantee you, the problems in your lives aren't caused by illegals. They're caused by billionaires. End of story. People talk about civil war. It won't be civil war. It may be civil war, but it ain't going to be red versus blue. It's going to be us versus them. Us versus them. These fucks have gotten away with it for way too long, screwing the American people. And the American people are going to start, they're going to start rising up and fighting back. I wouldn't be surprised if American people start stealing shit out of stores. Eventually you got to say enough's enough. You know, if you're not getting paid enough to live and eat, then and you're busting your ass, what's the fucking point? What's the point? You're not a worker bee. You're an individual. You're an individual. When people ask me what I do for a living, I'm just like, why? Why do you want to know that? I'm here. I'm 54. And no, I don't take government money. I never have. I hustle, which I recommend for everybody. You know, if you're tired of your bullshit fucking corporate job, take that fucking chance. You know, even if it's just a little bit of money you got saved up, take that chance to get out of that system where they're going to take advantage of you. Start your own business, hustle, pick, be a reseller, do whatever you got to do. My goal in life is not to die with the most money. Never has been. Money is not my thing, okay? I'm a kind person. I want other people to be happy. If I have money that I don't really fucking need, I mean, I don't have kids, okay? I'm a little bit different here. I have dogs. My dogs get all my money. But if I have enough to share with somebody else who needs, yeah, that's, you got a good eye, man. That who's that? Wicked Man. That poster. I picked that poster, and it's a limited edition Comic-Con 2010 poster, San Diego Comic-Con, and it's numbered. And I was gonna sell it, but what I did was I brought it home and I stuck it somewhere, and then, you know, things happened and it wound up getting crushed. So yeah, I put it on my wall. I just stapled it. I mean, it's mine. I got some other cool stuff up there too. I'm going to change this out randomly, you know. Please pray for me. I'm homeless right now. Are you being serious there, Slackmaster? Or are you trolling us, man? Because, you know, I'll get right back to you, Slackmaster. I'm not going to shave my face because I have shitty teeth, okay? And I would rather you listen to the words coming out of my mouth instead of tuning in immediately and seeing my mouth and going, he's an idiot. Because liver cheese is far from an idiot. All right? So, and you're okay for asking that or saying that, because I get told that all the time, but I'm an honest person, so I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you honestly, okay? So don't feel bad about that. Man, what the fuck? It's just, you know, everybody's got a different situation, man. I mean, how you get there? I never took drugs or anything like that. I just couldn't afford a dentist most of my life, you know. And even when I had management jobs, you know, they didn't offer dental. They offered healthcare, but they didn't offer dental. So, and you know, I'm way past that vain shit. You know, I'm way past the point in my life where I give a fuck what anybody thinks I look like. Okay, I'm way past that. So it's okay that you said that. I'm not offended by it. I appreciate you actually bringing it up because I can let everybody know the reason. All right. So I'm gonna get back to my. Hold on. I skipped somebody, man. Let me see who I skipped. Please pray for me. I'm homeless right now. Slackmaster. Are you being serious? Just go ahead and answer. If you don't, I mean, if you're trolling, that's not a cool way to troll, okay? Because we over here, we care about other people. I care about you, brother, even if you're a fucking Trumpster. As long as you're not trying to hurt other people. Come in here and talk to me, man, and we'll fucking talk. We'll get to know each other. You'll get to know my fucking crew that's in here that are all good people. Now, and you can even troll me. But the minute you start threatening people and calling people names, we don't put up with that, you know, because we're past all that. Our level of thinking is not to call another person a name. I will call people names, but it's only when I'm really, 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 really heated. And I wish everybody else could get in that frame of mind where we just get away from this automatically calling somebody a liberal cuck or whatever. You know, we just need to, what's up, Alaska? Like your hat, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. No, not a troll. And yes, you are homeless. All right, brother. What part of the country are you in? Slackmaster. I get you. Subscribed weeks ago. Different strokes for different folks coexist. Yes, thank you. Here we go, buddy. I like that one. I'm gonna pin that message. We'll put that right up top. Okay. Message pinned. Very good comment there. I appreciate it, brother. You're all my brothers. You're all my sisters. Okay. This is a place where you can come in and we can talk about shit, and you can be Jefferson, Indiana. So you're cold. You're in a cold fucking environment, and you're homeless, bro. What are you doing? Are you living in your vehicle right now? I'm a little concerned for you, Slackmaster. What's going on? How are you surviving? I'm not able to help you financially, brother. I'm just a poor rat bastard like everybody else. It's 21 there now. Hey, man. Hey, chat. Watching from Tennessee. What's up, UT in the house? Tennessee. Game changer. Slackmaster. Come on, man. Let us know. What's going on? How are you surviving out there, man? Are you in your vehicle? I hope at least you're in a vehicle that has some heat. Or you can go somewhere, they have cooling places if you go to a major city. Living in a house with a couple of friends, but we're going to get kicked out March of hers because of a house closing. My friend lost his job taking care of his mother during COVID. Me too, I have disability, but I'm just worried about my friends more than I'm worried about myself. So you guys are, you live with a couple of friends, and you are getting taken off the lease in March, is what I'm reading. My friend that lost his job soon loses his house, and he's very depressed and sleeping all the time. Only gets up 4 hours a day. Man? That's tough, man. That's real tough, Slack. All I can tell you, brother, is keep them close. Y'all fucking stay close to each other. Even if you all get kicked out, you guys need to have a network. And I'm sure you're looking, and I'm sure that I'm hoping I'm going to send some positive energy your way. I'm hoping that you find something, man. And that sucks that you're about your friend. That's not cool, man. I know a lot of people out there feel that way right now. And which is why I'm glad you're here, okay? Because have you noticed I don't give a shit that what you are or what your friend is, okay? If you're about to be homeless, I give a shit. That's what I'm saying to you. Yes, sir, I just want prayer for me and my friends because I can take care of myself, but I just really worry about my friend, Mike. He's really depressed and everything. Mike, you need to get Mike in here, man. I mean, I know you can't just do that right now, but we try to come in here, once a night at least. You got shot today? Okay. Hold on, man. Hold on, Skyland Show. Let me talk to Slack for a minute. Yeah, man. It sounds like you're okay with your hustling ability, and you know that you're gonna survive this, and I think you're all gonna survive it. I would tell your friend Mike he needs to get around some people that are positive people. I want to make him laugh. I want him to come in here, and I want you guys to. We get our political shit out of the way. It might come up again, but we play games. We do a game. We do stuff like that. They're gonna be more varied, the games. But right now I'm kind of snowed in, so I haven't been able to get out and really get any games for us to play. But we're gonna play a game tonight, so don't worry. Hang on. Slight Master, can you work? Scrappy, I think that he said that he's disabled. Like Cat Brother, is it Alligator on there? I think so. Yeah. Man, yeah, you guys. What'd you say? I pray that God shows you a way to solve your problems. And this will be done will be done in your life. Thank you for that. And I'm an atheist, or I'm not an atheist. I'm an agnostic. But I agree with her message. We need to quit focusing on, so many people will hate an entire group of people, you know, just for their beliefs, and we really have to stop that. I don't have any problems with Christians. I think Christians are good people for the most part. And y'all have heard this spiel 100 times. You know who I have a problem with. A certain sect of Christianity who wants to make Trump the person they talk about in their services. That's just not a church, you know what I mean? I work in science. I didn't believe for a long time. It's irrational to be honest, but I've had too many personal experiences. Thank you for that, Lindsay. Thank you for explaining that to me. Hey, I don't begrudge your right and your and for following God or Christ, but I do want you to stand up whenever people, you know, just talk trash, terrible trash about immigrants. And I'm not even talking about illegal immigrants, you know, different colored people. When you start to see that, people demonizing other colors, you know, and it's obvious, then, you know, just look around and tell them, hey, man, you can do better than that, okay? I agree. GA makes us look bad. MAGA makes us look bad. Thanks for talking to me on this channel. What time will you be on next time? Have to do some things. We'll sleep. Slack, I'll be on tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, I'll go ahead and give you a time. I'm gonna say 7. We'll do 7 o'clock tomorrow night. It could be I could be off by a little bit, but generally my streams will be an hour or 2, sometimes 3. So we'll be here, brother. And I wanna talk to you. You know, I wanna see how your situation turns out. Start seeking any assistance if it's available in your area. Hello. Nice to meet you, sir. What is the theme of this channel? Slackmaster, we are I'm a First Amendment auditor, but this channel is really about social media and how we can make social media social again, instead of just you're a red hat, you're a liberal, you're a Christian, you know. We want to get past all that shit, because that's not you. That's not you, okay? It's not, man. You're not these people who cover themselves up with Trump gear, I want to go up and tell them, hey, man, tell me about you. I really don't care who you support. Let's talk about you as a person. Are you a good person? You know, when we do those, when we individually do it and talk to people, then, you know, if all of a sudden you start to go, maybe Trump, you know, maybe I'm not a biggest Trump supporter as I thought I was. That's okay. Or if you say, I still support Trump, but I'm going to sit in here and I'm going to talk to people. That's okay too. That's all it is, man. Thank you, Slackmaster. I appreciate you, brother. All right, but I got derailed, like I always do. The one story I was going to tell y'all before we get into the game, the beauty of USA is having the tolerance to coexist with people who are different. Work together. Yes. And you know what you'll discover, Lindsay, is, you know, when you talk to these people, you'll go, what? This is not the way the media describes these people. You know, the majority of people are good. They just are. We focus on the bad because it's what gets clicks. And we're here to kind of go above or under that and meet on the other side. Does that make sense? Nice chatting, too tired. Talk to you later. Slackmaster, I appreciate you, man. I came from a leather bar. Yeah, came from a leather bar. I got my favorite hoodie on. You'll see me wearing this hoodie a lot. I love it. It's and I know you see it in reverse, but it's my Billy Strings with the pipe and the weed. I see you, Lindsay. Tell him sleep well. Good. Didn't even ask why are you going to sleep. He could work overnight. He'd just be tired. I tell you, man, this damn ice storm here has shut this city down. We had started last Friday, and we ain't, you know, it's nobody's working until today. Actually, today people were actually out working, and everything's open, starting to open up again. McDonald's, all the places are open, and Interesting thing, though, guys. Tell me what you think about this. Tell me what you think about this. So, McDonald's is open. All the stores, most of them, are open. Roads are clear. They're not clear, they have ice in the middle, but they have pathways. So things are opening back up. Something very strange has been going on, though. The post offices are taking a vacation. Yeah, we don't have any post offices open in Memphis. I don't know why. I seem to recall the post office would be the only thing that was open during these storms. You remember snow, rain, sleet, or hail? You remember those ads where always delivered? That's not the case anymore, guys. This is our taxpayer-funded dollars, and they're just taking a fucking vacation. I resell. I have shit to sell that has to go out. And the post office, who we pay our taxes to, taking a vacation. What's eBay doing about it? Nothing. eBay should be putting something up, letting people know. If you order from any of this part of the country, your shipments are going to be delayed, probably by a lot, maybe even lost. I'm not even confident. I shipped something out today. I put it in the Dropbox because there was nobody in there. I'm not confident that's going to get where it needs to go. But, and that shouldn't be the case. Post office used to be very reliable. Why are they not reliable anymore? I mean, we paid for them. We pay for them. And let's not talk about the fact that, look, I started reselling about 5 years ago. In the 5 years since I started reselling, shipping has tripled, easily tripled. All their flat rate boxes, everything that you ship out in their flat rates, they shrink and the price goes up. A large flat rate box, and I know this doesn't sound like interesting stuff to you guys, but eventually you're going to have to mail something. And if you haven't mailed something in a long time, when you get into the post office, prepare for sticker shock, because holy shit, do they have us by the balls. So something tells me I might need to go audit my local post office and see why they've been closed for almost a week while everything else is open. You know, I need some accountability here. All right, enough of that. All right, guys, we're going to do our... shit, I got to get better than that. We're going to do our affirmation card of the day. Something to think about. I like to do one of these a day to give everybody something to think about. Bear with me. All right, here's one. I don't even know what it's about, but let's flip it around and let's learn together. All right, here we go, guys. I am strong and resilient. And on the back it says, think of a situation when you showed strength. How did you feel? How did you recover? Acknowledge that every situation you surpass only makes you stronger and more resilient. I love it. I will say, though, it's not always the case. Ask the nurse in Minnesota. He had to feel good about what he was doing. He was trying to help other people. While he was doing it, you know, he just naturally reacted. And let's talk about that punk motherfucker who shoved down that woman. That pissed me off almost as much as him getting murdered. At the very beginning of the video, you see this cocksucker, this little guy. You know, it's the same. They're all the same. They're all the same. Scam likely. They're all the same. They're Call of Duty wannabe geeks who couldn't be real cops. Most likely a mall cop or something like that. And now they giving them a badge and they're going to go out like all gung-ho and they're going to violate rights left and right. They're not going to violate my rights. I'll fight back because they're not cops. They're not cops. So if they run into liver cheese on the streets, they better steer clear of me. If they want to come over and start some shit, I'll be your huckleberry. I agree, man. I sent my sister $20 and the envelope was opened on delivery. Yeah, we need an investigation into the post offices. There's some shady shit going on back there. And no, but we're worried about Somalia's up in illegal Somalia's up in Minnesota. They're already investigating that fraud. They've been investigating it. It's nothing new. It's nothing that Nick Shirley uncovered. It had already been investigated. So there's that. But that's his MO. That's what Trump does, Stuff's already happening, and he goes and he rattles cages, and then he puts it all back in place the way it was and says, look what I did. I mean, he's done it so many times this term. All right. So that nurse, he didn't get a second chance to be a good person. And he'll always be remembered. Daniel, I'm going to remember you, brother. All right. What was I going to talk about? Okay. Any CTGers in here? Where's all my people? Where's Wolfie? Where's everybody? I need some original CTGers so we can talk about something. I just need one of you. Pop up there and say, yeah, it's me. I'm CTG. I see a lot of messages held for review. I'm not even going to read them. Hold on. I'll read one of them just to see, make sure it's not a CTGer. They're illegal dumbass, and the people with badge are cops. That guy was a dumbass. No, the guys with badges are not cops. They're absolutely not cops. They're not. They're wannabe Call of Duty fucking geeks who like pushing on women. He ran literally 15 feet to shove this lady, small lady, on her ass. And that's when Daniel jumped in and said, no, you're not doing that, and tried to protect her. Now, any CTGers here? Trigger happy policing. Well, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Last night, we figured out what happened. Yeah, we did. Yes, we did. We sat and we talked about it. Because there was a theory put out that this could have been an accident. And they've done fucked up now and didn't report it as an accident. And now they look like total fucking idiots, and they're probably going to jail. All they had to do, if this is what really happened, but we figured it out last night. All the CTGers, we figured it out. We were like, that's an interesting theory. Yeah, that could be the reason. I'm going to run it by you, what actually happened. The guy who the ICE agent or whoever the fuck he was, who pulled the gun out of the back of his pants when he was down on his stomach, he turns around, and as he's running away from the scene, we think now that his gun went off accidentally. The gun that he pulled from Daniel's belt went off as the ICE officer was running away from the area. Was he doing anything? No, he was probably doing what he's supposed to do as a police officer, if that's what he was, by getting a weapon away from the scene once things got, started turning where it could become something bad. So he was going to run across the street. Well, apparently the gun may have misfired after he pulled it out and started running off. And the cops, who knew they saw a gun but couldn't get to it, didn't see him take the gun. And as he ran off and it discharged, they assumed somebody's firing a gun, and they killed this motherfucker. They killed him. That's what happened. Now, since that's the case, what's up, Patrick? How you doing? This is Robert Harshberger. What's up, Robert Harshberger? Are you going to be harsh on me with your harsh burgers? So, we were way ahead of everybody else last night because of what we do on this channel. We break it down. We don't let emotions get in the way of what is going on and what we actually see with our eyes. But now that if it is an accident, um, they covered it up. And that's worse than anything else. Do I only have one person in here? Well, if he would have stayed at home, he would still be alive. I don't give a shit. Hey, I'm going to be out exercising my First Amendment rights. Never illegal to exercise your First Amendment rights. If you don't exercise them, they're going to be taken away from you. You'll be next, Billy. Don't think you won't just because you're white. Oh, hell no, man. Once that freedom's gone, it's gone. It's gone. So, how would you feel about that? Not having any freedom of speech, freedom of the press. I'm Gen X Press. I go to places where the news would be, and I report what I see. Legally, always legally. So, for me to see a guy get gunned down in the streets for doing something that is legally protected by our Constitution, yeah, I'm a little bit pissed off. A little bit pissed off. No, we don't know that yet, Scrappian. We don't know that. However, I did see a sniper video. He's a trained sniper. And he came on YouTube and he kind of threw that theory out. And that's where I got the information from. And I was like, okay. And then today, some more information came out. It looks like it could have discharged on accidentally. Not 100%, so don't quote me on that. But it's looking like that could have happened. Which makes me feel a little better. Because it means that they, weren't just out to just murder this person. Maybe they got into a situation. They did. They got into a situation they weren't trained to handle. They handled it poorly, very poorly. And we just want accountability. We want an investigation. Not from Homeland Security. You can't investigate your own people. You can't do that. Cops do that. And that's the reason they never get prosecuted. Trump is testing his cult members' loyalty. How many backflips are they willing to do for their good emperor, for their God emperor? Yeah. Well, the thing that's most surprising to me is the big turn on the 2A. These guys, they preach 2A all their fucking lives. These Dems aren't coming after my guns. 2A, I'll wear it wherever I want to. And I've interviewed them. I've talked to them. I've seen them. And they don't bother me when they show up at a protest with a fucking, or a mall or wherever they want to do it with their AR-15. I don't care. You have a right to do that. Now, if I think you're a nut from talking to you, I'm just going to go the other way. I'm going to get the fuck away from you. Are you this biker? No, I'm not a biker, man. I wish. Shit. I need to be a biker. I'd lay it down, man. I'd lay that fucking vehicle down. I'd be a failure biker, probably. I don't know. I don't need to sell myself short. I think I could maybe handle them. All right, so I just wanted to tell you guys that we, we did indeed figure that out. No, I don't have a leather vest. I'll tell you what I do have. Check this out. Check it out. Yeah. No. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, guys. All right. There you go. Yeah. Austin city limits, baby. All right, I'm going to turn the game around. I'm going to turn the camera around. We're going to play our nightly game. I'm taking that back off and putting on my original hat. I like my original hat. Yes, I've heard that sniper guys thought that the victim's gun was discharged, but they won't admit if it actually happened. Yeah, and that's what I'm getting at, man. I mean, it just, you're just creating more of a mess. You're creating. I'm a pretty, I can be a pretty liberal guy, but I don't claim I'm a liberal simply because of everything that's tagged to that. You know, that because if you think I'm a liberal, you think that I want kids to be able to change their sex and kids to be able to, girls to be able to participate in boys' sports and all that. And I ain't down with that, dude. You know, so talk to Democrats, talk to them, talk to the other side, because what you're seeing on TV, most people are they feel the same way. They feel the same way as you guys on certain things. With the women playing in men's sports, look, man, it's something that one day we'll have to address, okay? Because apparently, you know, they need representation. But do we just put them in a separate league? What do we do? What do we do? I don't have kids, so to me, that's not the number one important thing right now. But I get that you would be upset by that, okay? I understand that. I get it. So, if I hear this story that his gun may have been accidentally discharged, well, someone still needs to be held accountable because somebody died. However, it changes things quite significantly. If they're just scared and they made a mistake, fucking come out and say it, dude. Say, man, I heard a gunshot and I fucking thought it was him and I fired. Right? That's all, man. And here's the thing, guys. Remember this, okay? Let's think about this before we get into our game real quick. I know we're going heavy politics. I don't want to do that. I want you guys to be happy tonight. But think about this one thing, okay? The second victim is always the truth. The guy was an agitator and literally sought out the ending. He didn't seek out the ending, dude. You don't seek out an ending by holding up a camera. A camera is there to hold people accountable for their actions. It's not an agitating thing. You can't say somebody's agitating by holding a camera. Otherwise, every store you go into, they're agitators. Because there's cameras every fucking where. So, you know, that argument right there, no. I'd be in his shoes in a fucking second, and I will be. If they show up in my city and they're harassing people, shoving women down, oh yeah, I'm going to be there fucking recording that shit, because they don't record it. They don't record it. They have no accountability. The American people are their accountability. His rib was broken a week earlier by ice, so he gets a gun and goes back in. No, he had the gun. He had the gun. And yeah, it makes sense that he would get a gun. If I was on the streets recording illegally and somebody assaulted me, whether it's a cop or not, I would be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to protect myself. That's all. Yeah, repeat agitators. Yes, that's what they do for a living. Protect your constitutional rights. That's what those professional agitators do. They're protecting you. You just don't know it yet. Working with firearms requires lots of training and practice. Very few should be in their position. Thank you, Lindsay. Thank you for being a voice of reason right now. I appreciate it. Thank you for that. I always get freaking sidetracked, guys. Like the black hat. Appreciate it, man. All right. Do you have an extra pair of sunglasses? Yeah. You want them? I just tuned into you for the first time, and I can tell you got some brains, brother. I'm on your side. I'm sick of all these stupid motherfuckers. Thank God, no common sense. George, thank you, man. Sign up, man. Hit that sub, okay? You will never see me begging you or asking you for anything, okay? I won't do it. I know I've got the little button up there, but I have to put that up, right? I don't make money doing this, guys. And let's talk about that for a minute. Let's talk about how so many people out there think that anybody who protests Donald Trump is a paid agitator, is a paid protester. It's just not happening, man. I went out and filmed the No King rally, And I went around with my camera and I asked everybody, how much you get paid? Where do we get our checks at? You know, and everybody's like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Ain't nobody getting any fucking checks out here. I got your back. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, you want a pair of sunglasses? These are not expensive sunglasses, bro. These are party glasses. I'm working on getting a real pair of Elvis fucking glasses from the 70s. I just don't have about $300 to my name to do that yet. One day I will. I protest every chance I get, and I ain't getting paid nothing. Yeah, man, it feels good, doesn't it? It feels good to get out and have your voice be actually heard and seen. Swan song! Swan. CTG are in the house. Wolfie, here. I started early tonight, guys. I'll tell you why I started a little early. I do want to watch the town hall meeting at 7 o'clock tonight on CNN about Minnesota. They're in Minnesota. Should be interesting TV. I fully expect protesters to be there. So it's going to be good TV. You should tune in on CNN at 7 o'clock just to see what the pulse of the American people are that are down there on the ground in Minnesota. Hopefully we'll get to that. Wolfie and Swan, I wanted to tell you guys, remember last night we were talking about our theory about how that gun that officer or that ICE guy pulled from Daniel's waistband potentially could have gone off as he was running away. They've been known to do that. A sniper put a video out and talked about it, and we floated it last night. And we talked about it, and we kind of figured it out, didn't we? Because it's looking like that's what could be the case. But it's not yet. But it could be. Does it change things in your eyes if this was an accident? It would change things in my eyes. But they've already covered it up. So, where do we go from here? You know what I mean, guys? Wolfie, glad to see you, brother. Aren't you supposed to be bowling tonight, or is that tomorrow night? And Swan, always good to see you, of course. What's a CTGer? I don't know, Scrap-a-ron. Scrap-iron. Scrap-a-ron. Let's scrap-a-ron. Sorry, man. Can I try on your hat? Yeah, man, you can try my hat on. Robert, I got a ton of hats, Robert. I don't collect many things, but it seems like I am a collector of hats. I hate to admit it, but I have a lot of hats. I like to keep people confused. You know, I like to think that at the bins where I go and work, that people are like, what hat's Liver Cheese going to come in with today? What kind of shirt's he going to be wearing that we can laugh at and make fun of? I don't know, man. It's not that I'm just like a look at me kind of guy. I just like confusing people. I like them to come up and try to figure me out. Because when they do that, they open themselves up to a real conversation. You know what I mean? Nobody in public's going to come up and go, hey, man, you look gay, like they do in here. They're just not going to do it. But they might come up and say, hey, man, the hat's cool, you know, or whatever. Where'd you get that? Or the shirt or anything. It could be anything, you know. And then you got a little conversation going, and that's a good thing. It's always a good thing to be talking. You are creative. Thank you. Intent is a huge consideration of the law. Yeah, exactly. Specialist apparel. You guys are going to start coming in here with weird names just to see if I can read it, because I'm looking at a phone and I already have shitty eyes, and I'm wearing these just because you don't want to see my eyes. I look like hell right now. Can you show me your hat? Why? You want to figure out if it's a girl's hat or something? Somebody already said you got a girl's hat on. I'll tell you what it is. Hang on one second. Let me look on the inside. Hang on. Not a girl's hat. It's a Carlos Santana hat. That's what it is. I'll show you. There you go. Carlos Santana hat. Now you know. Now you know. I found that picking, brother. I found it picking, believe it or not. They had a big hat store go out of business. And a bunch of their hats wound up in the bins at Goodwill. And I grabbed a lot of them. A whole lot of them. All right, let's see what we got here. Some asshole liberal I got talking to him last night. I challenged him to a debate, and he stayed the fuck away from me. Look, man, George, are you the one who came? You didn't charge. You didn't. Are you the one who came in and threatened to meet me in a back alley? And I banned you for 24 hours. It's not really a debate, man. George, if that wasn't you that did that, then I apologize. But one person, I rarely kick people out of here. My mods handle all that. But yeah, yesterday, no, it was Saturday. Saturday was when I had the blow up with George. I might have had a blow up with you yesterday, but you're back, so let's talk, brother. I thought you were flirting with me. All right, we're ready to play a game, guys. Let's do it. Let's get all this political nonsense out of the way. I'm going to change the rules up a little bit tonight. Okay. Oh, okay, here comes Swan. Have you ever had a song follow you all day long? Went to vinyl store playing Pink Floyd Mama, turned on playlist, it came on, watched a few short vids. One on three of them. Was on three of them. Well, that's you, Swan. You know, I don't have to explain to you what that is. You know, you want it from me though, so I'll tell you. You know, that's the universe telling you that song's important to you right now, and a lot of people call it selective memory. I don't believe in that. I think that if you look for signs to be pointed in the right direction, you're going to find them. Now, how that gets into your life, I don't know, but it's an interesting tidbit. I notice things like that too. Like, I'll notice things like if something really bad happens in my life, like when we took our dog to be euthanized. I hate to say this, but I always remember, and I hate it because I know it's going to ruin a song for me, but I'll always remember the last song that was played on the radio when we pulled her out of the vehicle to take her in to have her put down. And yeah, it fucking sucks, man. It sucks. Now that song, that's all it'll be attached. Anytime I hear that song, it's going to be attached to that memory. And it sucks. But you attach good memories to songs too. Right on, I was starting to think so too. Swan song, a song that stuck in your head will tell you listen to it so it will go away. Yeah, no shit. Some of the songs that get stuck in my head, brother, I don't want to have anything to do with. Sorry that ever happened to you and anyone else with a similar experience. Yeah, thank you, Swan. I appreciate that. Some songs will get stuck in your head. You don't want them to. You don't want them to. All right, let's do that for the first game tonight, okay? Give me, everybody hang on, the most annoying earwig song. An earwig song is a song that sticks in your head and you can't get it out of your fucking head and it drives you crazy because you don't particularly like the song a lot of times. So let's see what everybody thinks. I've got mine right now. Do you want me to reveal mine so I can give you an idea on what way I'm kind of going? For some reason, the Celebrex commercial song from the 90s stuck in my head. Commercials do that. Holy shit. I do something. I've done it. I've done it on video. No, I haven't done it on video. Something that I was going to do on video though in my audits was when somebody comes up to me and they ask me what they're doing. I'll just like, oh, hold on, and then I'll do this, and then I'll go. Big Mac, filet of fish, quarter pounder, French fries, icy Coke, thick shake sundaes, and they have to finish it. Apple pies. Who remembers that? Shit stuck in my head from when I was, I don't know, 10 maybe. Big Mac, filet of fish, quarter pounder, French fries, icy Coke, thick shake sundaes, and apple pies. Anybody else remember that one from McDonald's? But yeah, it's crazy the way they can get that shit stuck in your head. You remember it? Okay. Yeah, see what I'm saying? And yeah, isn't that crazy? But man, advertisers get paid a lot of money to do what they do. So they and have you noticed what they're doing lately? They don't even have jingles anymore. Now it's just a sound. Like Prime has a certain sound when you pull it up. Hulu has a sound. I think Hulu has a sound. But they have these little short sounds, and sometimes in their commercials, and that's their earwig. You won't forget that sound. And to whoever's out there putting fucking doorbells in commercials, we know you're doing it on purpose. Us dog owners know you are doing that on purpose. No doubt in my mind, if you put a doorbell in a commercial, you know what you're doing. My dogs go ape shit every time they hear one on TV, and I look and I'm like, they did that shit on purpose. I know they did. I know they did. All right. So I'm going to give you my song, and then you can come back, or you can tell me, yeah, that's a good one, or you can tell me, no, that's a shitty one. The song that I fucking despise, and when it gets stuck in my head, I will actually go around if I'm in a public place or something, or if I'm working, you know, when I used to work retail, I would go around and hum it or sing it softly, and people would look at me like they wanted to kill me. Like, why'd you do that? My dogs go nuts over the chirp a fire alarm does, yeah. Have you ever heard that thing about how black people don't hear the chirp on a fire alarm? I saw it on Kill Tony. I don't know. Is it a? They had a Cam Patterson. They had one of their black comedians on there, and they were talking about it's a thing where black people don't hear the chirp. And I was like, I've never heard that. And he was talking about it. Yeah, we don't. I don't know. Maybe it's a thing. Maybe they were just making something up. I don't know. Okay, my song, the one that I stick in people's head just to piss them off. It's in your head. It's in your head. Zombie, zombie, zombie. You're welcome. Take that. It's there. It ain't going away. You'll be humming it tonight as you're going to sleep. And you'll be going, that son of a bitch liver cheese. Thanks, Joker. I appreciate you. Joker 420. Hell yeah, boss. I'm way ahead of you there, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Anybody else? Does that song do that to you? Love your vibe, bro. Appreciate it, man. I love your vibe. Especially the 420 part. Anybody else? Is Zombie, that song? That song to me, And when I start humming it, people will look at me like, you son of a bitch, you know exactly what you're doing. You're always stoned. Nothing wrong with that, dude. As long as you're giving back to society in some way, maybe you're just a great guy. And that's enough for me, man. What's up, Stay Sane? I like your style too. Oh my God, I was watching a live stream and the chirp was happening, so I commented about how it's driving my dogs crazy watching their stream, and both the live streamers acted like I was crazy. What sound? Were they black? Were they black? Good job, Darko. You got it in my head, brother. Yeah, I'm sorry. There's other ones, but that one's really bad. That one, I don't know why, man. It just sticks. I'm like, son of a bitch. I'll think I'd forgotten about it, dude. I'll be walking around in a store 2 hours after it, thinking I've forgotten all about it, and I find myself humming. I'm like, son of a bitch. Yes, actually. Oh, they were? That's funny. My mom hates that I smoke weed and watch gay porn. Well, the gay porn part, whatever. That's for you, brother. I mean, no shame in that if that's what you're into. I don't care about it. Darko Puff Puff liked. Hang on. Oh my LOL. I like that Iron Sheik up there, brother. Thank you, man. Somebody, only the cool people get that. Where's somebody in here was talking about what CTG. You see, a few years ago, I was living in Vegas, and this girl, showgirl, she was in that show Elvis on Ice. Anyhow, we drifted apart as people do in these complicated times. Here at home, very complicated times. Now, hopefully it wasn't political. Guys, don't break up with your girlfriends for politics. Don't do that shit. Man, you see shows, remember, let's talk about that. You see shows like, you remember Family Ties? We've talked about Family Ties before. It was a great show, man. It was a household with liberals and a conservative. Alex was a conservative. And it was funny watching the way they interacted with each other. They still loved each other. Yeah, thank you, Wolfie. Yeah, the Billy Strings with the... Don't pay attention to that part, Wolfie. You like that boombox tap player? Yeah, I'm still looking for boom boxes. Whenever I go out and pick, I always look for boom boxes. That one I don't think is very valuable. Maybe worth a little bit, but I like the big ones. Hey-o, tee it up. I don't like the big ones. I like the big boom boxes. And a couple months ago, she shows up with my son and tells me, "You watch him, I shot someone. I have to leave the country." That's apparent. What? Thanks, Joker. I appreciate it. Here at home, what the hell, man? What the hell's going on? Here at home's got a whopper of a story there, doesn't she? Somebody take that. Somebody get here at home on the page with us and make him feel a little better. A lot of fish in the sea, man. A lot of fish in the sea. Sucks if you feel like it was your soulmate. I've been dumped a lot in my life before I got married. But she didn't dump you. She just fucking took off on you. I don't like her. I don't like her here at home. I know she's not here to defend herself, but I don't like her. I don't like that. That's not good. You don't do shit like that to people. Put a baby on this earth, you stay there and you take care of that fucking baby. Come on, people. It's not much. It's not much. You put some spawn out, take care of that spawn. A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't. You need a license to have kids in this country, huh? Let's see here. My old man once told me a woman will rip your heart right out of your ass. You ever heard? We were talking about the song by Prince, "The Beautiful Ones." That's what that reminds me of. When you're younger, you always try to date just above where you're at, looks wise. You need more spawn in your life? Okay. Because you're a spawn collector. I got you. I thought you were making fun of me calling them spawn. And stop killing babies. Oh, here we go. No, Wolfie, we're fixing to play a game. Stop that. All right. Yeah, women. When you're younger and you think, you always try to go just above where you're at as far as looks, and that's a dangerous game, my friend. It's a dangerous game. Uh, I would always try to find somebody who, you try to find that one who's a beautiful person, who's beautiful, but they don't really know they're beautiful. That was the ultimate. If you could find you a beautiful girl who didn't know she was beautiful, the, and she hooks up with your clown ass, then you jackpot. The problem with that is she's probably way more beautiful than you need to be with. But I'm here to tell you guys that's all bullshit. Okay. Some of these people I see on TV, man, now at my advanced age, I look at them and I just think they can be gorgeous as hell, man. I see them all the time and they just start talking. And all that comes out of their mouth is hate. And I just think to myself, yeah, I wouldn't want to fuck that. I mean, that's just me. But you mature, you mature and you stop, the looks part of it. It's not, guys, don't focus on that so much, man. I know it's easier said than done, but find you a person that fucking gets you, man. That gets you. And you're going to be happy your whole life. All right? Even if she's not the greatest looking person in the world, why does it even fucking matter? If she makes you feel amazing, then that's who you need to be with. These people who aren't ready to settle down, look, man, if you're 30 and you're dating 24, 25-year-olds, start dating 27-year-olds. 27-year-old woman's ready to go, man. She knows what she wants with her life. That's not a child anymore. Now, you're going to have to be career-oriented. You're going to have to let them know, hey, I'm driven. I'm going to, maybe not make a ton of money, but I'm going to make sure we're not out on the streets. That that goes a long way with some women. Other women, however, you know the type. The gold diggers and the people who, they're all about the money and that. And they can be beautiful and they look great on your arm, but you got to live with them, man. And what's happening when you're sitting and talking to each other and you got nothing in common? You're sitting here next to this beautiful woman and you can't talk to her. That's just sucks. All right, so let's see. We were walking and they thought I was somebody else, and the bullet went through here. I feel my brother. Wait, I feel you, my brother. I can relate. I lost my daughter 2 years ago. She was 2 years old and died. And oh my God, dude. Joker. Holy shit, brother. Woo. My God, man. I can't even imagine. I can't because I've never had kids, number one. But fuck, man. You're a gold digger too, Wolfie? Yeah, brother. That's hard, man. That's hard, Joker. Joker, I can tell you this, man. I can tell you this. That little girl's in your heart, okay? Now, I know you've heard this from 100,000 different people, but I'm going to tell it to you a little different way, okay? When my grandmother passed away, I wrote a note. I wrote a poem for my grandmother, and I gave it to my dad because I felt like he really needed it, and he wanted it read at her funeral. And one thing that really kind of upset me about that was the preacher, before he read it at graveside, he said, he hadn't read it yet, so he didn't know what it was. So somebody brought it up to him and said, "This is, her grandson's poem. Can you read it?" And he says something like, "Okay, this is in accordance with God." And I was just like, why did you have to add that, dude? There's nothing in there that's going to be bad. Did he think it was going to have something bad in there? I don't know, but that kind of stuck with me. I didn't like that. And I was just like, dude, it's not going to say anything bad about God, okay? But anyway, back to the point. The point was, the poem was about When people die, they don't really die if they're good people. And a child of 2 years old is clearly a good person. They never had a chance, to really develop to see how they would turn out as a human. But clearly, if you believe in an afterlife, then they get a first class ticket if you believe in that. But what I do want to tell you, man, is that the poem was about planting seeds in other people's hearts. And that little girl has planted seeds in your heart. So as you grow and you move forward in life, you take her with you. Okay? And you do things, your actions, you do things because you would want to make her proud. So use that terrible, ridiculous tragedy and understand that she's not gone. She's here. She's in your heart. She's right there. You can reach out and talk to her anytime. Anytime. If you're in public and start talking to her, who gives a shit? Don't worry about what anybody else around you says. Look for signs, and I'm sure you have, and I'm sure hopefully you agree with everything that I'm saying here, but they're out there. And that little girl did not die in vain, okay? I don't know how she died. It's not important. What is important is that you carry on and you continue to live and be a wonderful person for your daughter who's still here in your heart because she can see your actions. That's all. And I'll add Joker 420 that I love you, okay? I love you as a human, and it sucks ass that you have to go through that. It's terrible. Thank you, Joker. Yeah, I'm tired of ice. I'm ready for spring, too. I mean that, Joker. I mean that from the bottom of my heart, man. And you're going to be okay. And we're going to be here watching as you do wonderful fucking things in life, okay? And you're going to come here and you're going to tell us about it. Hopefully. Hopefully you do. I love you, too. I'm glad I found your channel. Thank you, man. These things just kind of happen naturally to people who swing by, and if they give us half a second to talk and try to understand what it is we're doing, sometimes they stick around and you become a member of CTG. CTG is I'm gonna tell Joker. I think Joker's gonna be one of them. Joker, can you be a CTG? We're original founding members of the Critical Thinking Guild. Okay. I like you. I'm giving you membership, and when we blow this channel the fuck up over, 10,000 viewers, y'all will be able to come in here and say, "Oh, I know what CTG is," and I gave you that. I gave you that because you are one of them. And my neighbor, that old fart, he got the best lawn on the block, and you know why? Because he trains his dog to crap on my yard. Oh, Lord. I'm a responsible pet owner, but I'm not going to lie, man. If I'm just set it straight, I think he loves us, but not in love with us. I love you, but I'm not in love with you. I'm the only CTG member that isn't a mod. Oh, Swan. You want to be a mod? Y'all are going to be modding each other out of here. I'll make you a mod, Swan. I'll make you a mod. I promise. Here, come here. Alright, you're a mod. Wolfie, are you a managing mod? Yeah, you're a managing mod. Okay. You're a managing mod. Cool. All right. I don't know what that means. I just assume it means that you can you can decide on your own whether you want to kick somebody out. I trust you guys. I trust you to do that. I like it, man. You let them through sometimes. And I like when you let them through because we'll have a situation like here with Joker. Joker I don't think came in here to troll. I think Joker was he's just drifting, and he found something that he was meant to find. I believe in stuff like that. All right, guys, I'm gonna put you on pause for 1 minute. Okay, I got one call. Hang in there. Don't leave me. All right, guys. What's up? What's up, Bob? I need help. What do you need? What do you need help with, Bob? My wife might call right back. She called and I couldn't hear her. So if I have to jump back off real quick, just be patient with me. Um, I think I'm gonna have to actually cut it short. I hate to fucking do it because we're having a good time and I met some new people. I want to play a game, but I do have some business I got to take care of. You found a new home. Welcome, Joker. Joker, come on in anytime, man. Some of my guys will come in here every night. You know, I've had a core group who comes in here every night and we just talk. And that's what we're about. All right. Even if you have a opinion that you think's ridiculous, throw it out there, and we'll give you our side. And just because we give you our side, it might not be always the side for you. See what I'm saying? But we're not going to beat you up over it unless you're just an awful person. And I know you're not an awful person. That's all. We just want a little decorum in here, okay? Ooh, look at that big word that I used today. Decorum. Anybody want to ask the answer book of answers, any questions before I get out of here? I want to play a game, but anybody want to ask the book of answers? Any questions before we get out of here? I might come back on later, guys, after the town hall, if anything interesting happens. All right. But anybody want to ask the book of answers a question before I go? Anyone? You'll be a CTG member as soon as you figure out what it is. LOL. Exactly. That's what made critical thinking good. All the friendly debates. And Wolfie, again, man, I'm gonna toot our horns a little bit. We ran that theory last night about potentially that gun misfiring, and I just don't understand the big cover up, dude. I mean, just admit it. But yeah, we did that. It's still not 100%, so we're not all the way right about it, but we'll see. Will I get a car soon, and can I come chill with you? Let's see, Wolfie. Wolfie asked the Book of Answers, will he get a car soon? Again, she was kind of an asshole to him last time. Let's see if she's correct this time. We're going to go right here. Wolfie, I'm not even going to give you an opportunity. Here we go. Boom. There is good reason to be optimistic. Sorry, guys. I'm talking. How long have I been talking? Jesus Christ. Can you hear me now? I had it on mute. Can you hear me now? Hit 1. Somebody hit 1. Yeah, Joker, that happens a lot, okay? Get used to that. One night I took a gummy in here and they were telling me, "Oh, there's a bug on the wall and fly." They know how to get a lot out of me, to get their entertainment dollar out of me. They get me fired up. That's enough ones. They get me fired up for stuff. And we generally just try to forget about the terribleness that's going on in the world for just a little bit of time. We need that. We got to have it. But I fully expect you to fuck with me too, okay? If I show you I'm taking a gummy, I think you can probably tell that I did take one right before I came in here. It's starting to get me a little giddy. You make me laugh, brother. I never laughed in a long time. That was a fun night. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe one night I can come in here and I can take a gummy and we can see how it affects me, and then I can take another gummy. And we can have some some real good times. No, guys, I appreciate y'all, man. Hopefully y'all get a little entertainment out of me too, and we entertain each other. And I want to see y'all tomorrow night, and maybe later tonight. Who knows? But Joker, that's high praise, man. I appreciate it. I love gummies. I have plenty of smoke. Well, I'm in Tennessee, so we can't really be doing the smoke here yet, but we'll see. Wolfie, sorry about all the drug talk, buddy. No, Wolfie's. I say that I always try to make Wolfie look like he's a prude or something, and he's not. I know he's not. I know he's not. But I got to jab back a little bit, you know, because he's Christian. You know, he's Christian, and but he's not like other Christians. He's not like other certain Christians. He's a good guy. He's a real good guy. We'll do tomorrow night for you, man. We'll set a set time for 7 p.m. Okay. We're working on it, Joker. We're working on getting a nightly show, and we're thinking between 6 and 8, somewhere in there. But it could change an hour or two. But for you tomorrow night, we're going to do 7 o'clock. Be here, or be square. Wait, be there, which is here, or be square. Is that it? Yeah. All right. Anyway, Big Mac filet of fish, quarter pounder French fries, icy Coke, thick shake sundaes, and apple pies. I love y'all. I'll be there 7 p.m. You know yeah, I know where Cumberland Gap is. Hell yeah, brother. I got a volunteer in here with me. I don't mean UT volunteer. I mean state volunteer. 7 p.m. Central Time. Yes, thank you for the Central Time. Guys, go out. If you want to watch the town hall tonight, watch it. If not, you don't have to either. I get it. Go watch something that's going to entertain you. I love you guys, and we will talk to you tomorrow night. CTG out, and until next time.